Hello, it is Katrina again, and I just wanted to go over the laptop like I promised. I have been using it for the last few weeks. I did receive it, but unfortunately I haven't had enough time to make a video. And so I thought I'll go ahead and do that. This is the laptop. It is an HP, I believe it's 17-inch. And it has a cute little sticker on there. And it's actually quite lightweight, which is one thing that I personally like. I have a bad shoulder, so I can't lift too heavy. But this is it. I believe it's got Windows 7 on it, which I'm not 100% familiar with myself, so it's kind of a good learning experience for me on that. Not sure if you can actually see the screen on here, but I've kept it all exactly like they have it. You do have to download the bookshelf, which is it's pretty much the actual material, but it makes it offline. So you don't always have to be online to access it. And if I can go ahead and switch the side of the camera here. Alright, here is the actual laptop. I apologize for that. And this is the bookshelf that I was referring to. This is actually on the desktop. I have opened it. It's right down here. And when I say it's offline, it means once you've downloaded the textbook, you don't have to re-download it or be connected to the internet to actually pull it up. And pretty much you just click on the sections in the chapter. This is like chapter 1 or unit 1, I think is how it is, and you just go through it. And honestly, with how CareerStep has done this, it's quite nice because you just do, you know, you're reading on unit 2 per se. You start off, you read through it, and at the after per se, like the first couple of pages, they do a little cute review. Now, when you're doing it through the bookshelf, it is not recorded, so it's not going to go in your gradebook. Just FYI. So you can actually click on these. These are clickable, and then you can actually go to the answers, and then the answers actually show you what was true and false, you know, or the answers. Now, this was on Unit 2, so I mean on here you've also got all the other units as well. Now these answers are not graded. Also, when you're at the end of the chapters, each one of these, over here, excuse me, each one of these, there is a test that also is not going to be in the bookshelf, okay? Now when you're on the website, this is the actual CareerStep website. I have been using it for about a good month now. You have to make sure you bookmark each page, which it does give you a really good tutorial at the beginning, so you kind of know how to do it, but pretty much launch it. And I'm in the healthcare delivery service systems, excuse me. I'm about page 47. But honestly, you just read it. It's the exact same material that's in the bookshelf. Only difference is this does require you to be on the internet, and it does also have the same review. Now on here, as you can tell, these are the program modules, okay? So if I'm in the healthcare delivery, you can click here. These are all the little units or chapters per se. At the end of each of these, there is a test, and there is just reviews at the end of each one, which is quite nice because it kind of just, at least in my opinion, it kind of enhances the learning experience. I like the reviews because it kind of makes it to where you need to make sure you're retaining as much as possible, because at the very end of everything, even after the test, you definitely want to score as high as possible. But this is the actual test. I have not actually studied this unit yet, so I'm not going to take the test, but it is graded, and you can actually go, if you go back to the home page here, and just click on the main here, it will actually let you know what your gradebook is, so access your gradebook, and you can actually go into it and review everything on here. It lets you know exactly what you need to score. You've got your score 84 or lower, your score between 95 to 94, score above 95, and then you can actually open each of these little modules, and it shows you, I don't know if you can see that really good, but it shows you what your score was on each of the tests. It does not do it for the reviews, but that's honestly for your own thing, and it does state at the end of each test, this will be graded and put in your grade book. And this is something that you definitely want to keep your grades up at the end once you actually do all of the coding, you get your final thing. Everyone talks about you have to have a high scoring. This is what they're talking about. This is the testing. However, I realized after doing this, and I do have a bachelor's degree in business administration, and I kind of forgot that I like hands-on learning as well. But when I say that, I like books. This is amazing that they send you this laptop. The laptop is perfect for your online and your bookshelf. Honestly, that's the only good things this laptop's good for. It's not like gaming or anything else. You might be able to, you know, open up a Word document, which is amazing. But honestly, I like to do this as well as the books. I did purchase separately. It did not come with the MyCAA. You have to purchase them. They are brand new, $180. And I purchased them on eBay. I will make another video of just kind of going through these really quick because I know my time's almost up. But I just wanted to give you just a little rundown of what the actual laptop looks like. It is a very small cord, but it's really light. So hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, here is the review on the books that you get from CareerStep. I signed up underneath the MyCAA program. My husband's active duty military. And so with that program, they actually sent me a laptop and not books, which I thought was fine and dandy. I've done quite a bit of online learning. However, I kind of started printing every single page because I really like to start referencing back. As soon as I did the first review and the first test, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely need to print this out. So for me, I print and then I go through, and when I find the answers and everything on the reviews of the test, I like to highlight them. So for me, that was the main thing. Each one of these tabs is actually the actual test. So as you can see, it's quite a number of tests. Now, the reason why I decided, instead of just continuously printing, to actually purchase the books, is this here. Yes, that much piece of paper. It went from a 1.5 inch binder to, I think this is 2. And honestly, this is only 2 chapters. So yeah, I decided that I definitely needed to go ahead and just buy books. Now, you can buy the books directly through CareerStep. However, they are, I think, like 180 bucks, and with shipping like $215, which is a bit steep for 2 books. So I decided to see if I could find them, you know, online. If not, I would have purchased the books for the 200 bucks. I just would rather kind of save my pennies if I can. But these books here, they are exactly the same that's online. What I did do though is yesterday I took about 2.5 hours and went through each one of the chapters. I tabbed them myself, and I started highlighting them. And honestly, I got through most of the book, well, most of my black book in here fairly good. And the only issue that I actually found through the whole thing was this one entry was different than what it showed online. And it was pretty much here where it shows the 2000s, and it talks about the federal government. It enters into the scene as part of the 2009 economic stimulus plan. Everybody remembers that, right? The government offers monetary incentives to those facilities that adopt the EHR. Now, technically, normally I would have been like, oh, okay, it's just a little bit of difference from what they stated online. However, in my opinion, this is kind of one of those things, it's kind of, yeah, I definitely need to write it down, because it was actually not just any economic stimulus plan, it was the actual American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, the ARRA, that did it, and the CMC, or the CMS got involved or whatnot, and which is the medical and Medicaid services, and they were permitted to provide money using the meaning use. The meaning use is, the purpose of meaning use is da-da-da-da. And it explains exactly in this little thing here, which honestly in the online stuff shows this exactly like I've written, like right in here. And then right underneath it is this little paragraph on the meaning use, which in this part of it, it also has questions on the meaning use. So I was like, well, that stinking sucks. This is the only page though, at least from what I saw, that was different. I thought when the girl said that, you know, she was taking a test next month or the month after, that she probably just got the book. This book, however, was done in 2013. I'm not sure if all the books are like this, and I just happened to notice possibly the one thing that was overlooked and they decided not to put in the book or not. But honestly, I do everything online anyway, so for me it wasn't a huge deal. And it may not honestly be a big deal. I don't know if maybe I've got just mild OCD or whatnot, but for me, I wanted to make sure I've got everything. I like to let all my subscribers know anything that I see different. So far, that's the only difference. But honestly, what I'm doing is I'm doing the online, and I read each unit, and I go through here, and I highlight, and I write any of the pertinent information down. And then I also go back on here and reread it. Because for me, when I read it online and then I go back and reread it, and sometimes a little bit loud, you know, or I talk out loud when I do it, it just makes it to where I can attain a lot better. Everybody's method is different. I'm in my 30s, so I need a little bit more help, I think, than I used to. But either way, these books were bought, used. This is the Anatomy and Physiology. This one, the gal did write quite a bit in it, so I'm not sure if it's because of the fact that you really need to know quite a bit in here. I didn't know that it had gum or something on the edges, but yeah, it's quite written through, which honestly, if she's wrote down the wrong thing, then I'll just go ahead and white it out and just rewrite it. But honestly, I'm using the online, and I'm reading through there. This is only going, for me, going to be used as a back review. So when I'm doing my reviews or tests, because they are open book, I'm just using this to kind of go back through it and review it. You know, it's not, I'm not reading from here directly, so honestly, the writing in it doesn't really bother me. I kind of wish it hadn't been written in, but oh well. It was a lot cheaper. I think I spent like 50 bucks instead of 215, so for me it was a much better deal. Now I've got the books, I've got the bookshelf and the laptop, which the bookshelf's in the laptop. I showed that on my previous video, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys decide to go through the program, if you don't do it through the MyCA, I think you automatically get the book, so you're pretty much good, and they're going to send you the most updated book, so you may not have that one little issue that I found in here. But honestly, the program is amazing. I can't wait to finish and find me a job in it. But anyway, if you have any questions, concerns, or if you want to go ahead and sign up, definitely just send me a message, either underneath my YouTube video or you know, through email. It should be on there as well. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Bye.